Mm. Well, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Mike Hurd with Hurd's First Forecast live outside on the back patio. Where's it at? Right up there is the sun. That's how much smoke is out here right now in the Bozeman area. We'll get into air quality conditions here in just a moment. But as I'm setting up, I can see little tiny specks of ash falling on top of my laptop, on my screen, here on the microphone, and on my deck back here behind my house. So we have terrible air quality out here right now, thanks to the two largest fires in southwest Montana in the Pioneer Mountain Range. But a lot of this is also coming from neighboring fires in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. But the ash is coming from the fires there in the Pioneers, the Sand Creek fire to be exact. So we'll get into the air quality and stuff, but currently air temperatures right now with very smoky conditions with an air quality alert that's been extended at least into tomorrow morning. Will get reevaluated. Current air temperatures are being suppressed a little bit because of the thick wildfire smoke. We're sitting in the low to mid to upper 80s, and I'm joking a little bit. Should have brought something out here to drink. Low 90s around Whitehall and Helena and over towards the Livingston area. So again, air quality conditions are highly varied right now. They're, oh goodness, and it wanted to do that. I'll try and zoom in here. Zoomed out on me, but we can zoom in to southwest Montana, and you can see a lot of red and orange dots out there. There's some moderate ratings out there, the yellow dots, but again, anywhere from moderate to unhealthy for sensitive group, and some locations are dealing with unhealthy air quality right now as well. So let's get into some regional coverage of the Sand Creek fire. My nephew, looks like he's watching, Derek Butori, and his wife were in the evacuation zones. There was a new evacuation order given near this fire, and they are out there helping their father-in-law, and he took some pictures of this, but it looks like it has moved away from Maverick Mountain, down across the byway, now heading up over the top of Comet Mountain. So probably in the Elkhorn Hot Springs. There's no official word what has happened at Elkhorn Hot Springs, and we'll probably get official word here sometime this evening, but it is pushing towards the east right now, to the east-southeast, as we have a little bit of a northwest wind aloft. So that fire is continuing to blow up late this afternoon, and there's really no containment at this point. So again, the fire monitor, these are the same numbers we were looking at this morning, but again, they will probably go sharply upward, especially for that Sand Creek fire, as it continues to aggressively burn on the south-southeast side of that fire. But hey, folks, we have some good news. Finally, rainfall is in the forecast, and in fact, enough potential for rainfall that there is some excessive rainfall forecast here to take a look at. So we hope to see some relief. May not come directly tomorrow afternoon, but it does appear that by the time we get into Thursday and into Friday, at least west-southwest Montana has a pretty decent chance of picking up maybe a quarter to half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and there could even be some localized pockets of up to an inch of rainfall, but it also comes with some thunderstorm activity. But you can see that yellow area Thursday, eastern Montana has a higher probability of seeing some excessive rainfall out of some of these slower moving thunderstorms. So finally, I may have a little bit of relief in the air quality department and in the precipitation department here as well. So let's take a look at a forecast model that will show, this is what we call a global model. So it's going to be a little dirtier. It's going to be a little more harder to get those finite radar returns, but this is what it could look like as we get into tomorrow afternoon. There could be a few isolated showers and pop-up thunderstorms around tomorrow afternoon, but there's a much better chance for afternoon thunderstorms by Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, and then just some general rain showers with some isolated lightning strikes as we get into the day on Friday. Now, it's not going to be raining all the time, but there's a chance for some moisture. There's an airflow coming up out of the west-southwest that's going to start pushing some of that thicker smoke off towards the north and east, but off and on showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast as we get into the next several days. So how much could we see? Well, as you look at what we call this a quantitative precipitation forecast, and I want to start at 1/100th of an inch, and let's go into, let's stop the clock here tomorrow at 0Z, Wednesday, 15, 20, 0Z. No, 0Z on Thursday. Let's stop there. You can see 1/100th of an inch looks pretty good. A tenth of an inch, not so much. However, if we advance this out into time, by Friday, it looks like a better day for more widespread beneficial precipitation. And again, as we stop in here, if I can get in around 0Z, you can see if we look at a 1/100th of an inch, there's a 100% chance a lot of us are going to get at least a 100th of an inch, but there's a good chance we're going to get quite a bit of a tenth of an inch, and there could even be some pockets up to a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. So it's looking favorable for some much needed precipitation as we look at the general forecast. And here's a forecast model to kind of hone in on the total amount of precipitation. Get my mouse to work here, and we'll advance this out into time. And again, by the time I stop here, looks like that's Monday. Again, these yellow areas, I think it's a little high. Some of these have up to 1 inch plus, but it just really hinges on where these thunderstorms and slower moving thunderstorms can develop. So finally, we have some moisture coming up in the general forecast. But again, this model, it does show the nature of the spottiness or training, if you will, of the precipitation. So we'll just continue to let this play. You can see the streaks are from southwest to northeast, and that's just the direction of the airflow and the scattered showers and thunderstorms that will come in with it. So again, not everyone's going to see heavy rain, but there could be some brief heavy rain. There could be some small hail. There could be some very strong outflow winds, which is going to cause higher fire danger and some erratic fire behavior. But there's some moisture here with this, and obviously there will be a considerable amount of lightning strikes here too. But again, we have some moisture with this. So it's something we desperately need. Smoke forecast or wind forecast. That's why there's a red flag warning out for the remainder of this afternoon into this evening. We do have localized gusts in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range. That's the darker blue you see on the map across southwest Montana. But that could settle overnight. Winds could begin to pick up around some of these thunderstorms in a weak frontal system from the north as we get in the next handful of days, but not as windy in some areas. So again, a red flag warning continues through 9 p.m. tonight for most of the Beaverhead, Deer Lodge National Forest areas. That's one reason the Sand Creek fire continues to blow up here late this afternoon. Smoke forecast, unfortunately, that's really not going to change a whole lot. I do foresee potentially some improved air quality, but it just hinges on these two fires in the Pioneers and how actively they're going to burn over the next couple of days. If we get some thunderstorms in there with some gusty winds, I'm expecting decent fire growth. So I don't expect the air quality to really improve much until we get into some moisture, and that'll be roughly on Friday and perhaps into Saturday. So take a look at the forecast for tonight. We'll probably see lows in the 40s and 50s around southwest Montana. I got clear skies with regard to cloud cover, but there's thick wildfire smoke. And again, some air quality alerts continue across southwest Montana through at least tomorrow morning. Northwest winds in the neighborhood of 10 to 20, but those winds should settle down later on this evening. Now, tomorrow, not as hot, but a lot of smoke in the air. And we'll see forecast highs roughly in the low to mid 80s, which for this time of the year is very pleasant. However, there's going to be a little bit of wind in the afternoon, and there could be a few isolated afternoon thunderstorms around the region. It's not a widespread pattern for tomorrow. It comes very late into the day tomorrow, and we'll have updates as we go through tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. But here's the good news, folks. Cooler temperatures, a chance for showers, and thunderstorms. And again, some of these thunderstorms Thursday afternoon could be on the stronger side, and there could be some brief heavy rain, some, again, excessive rainfall out of some of these slower moving cells, but very isolated, but cooler overall temperatures in the 70s with 40s at night, and just a good chance for wetting showers and thunderstorms pretty much all day on Friday. And it's a hit and miss look for you folks in Butte on Saturday. Sunday, slight chance for a passing shower, but that should be the better pick day for outdoor activities. And then we get back up in the upper 70s by Monday and Tuesday. And again, an isolated chance for some thunderstorms could return into the Butte area by the time we get into early next week. Anaconda cooling off with moisture. Finally, some much needed precipitation moving in. But again, there will be some scattered thunderstorms trickling through the region. Tomorrow's going to be warm, very smoky at times, and around 82 degrees. We could get back up to about 80 next Monday. Belgrade and Bozeman, again, scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely mainly Thursday afternoon, pretty much all day Friday, and then off and on showers are possible on Saturday with a little drier air by the time we get into Sunday. But a nice dip in temperatures, higher humidity, moisture, again, helping the fire situation out a little bit, hopefully, in southwest Montana. Bozeman, again, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible. An isolated chance for thunderstorms Wednesday evening, a higher probability for afternoon thunderstorms. Some could be on the strong side by Thursday afternoon, with the better opportunity for off and on showers and thunderstorms all day on Friday, and then hit and miss again by the time you get into Saturday. And Dillon, you folks down in Dillon, catching a little break here, much needed break, and hopefully it's the break they need to get a handle on building some containment around that Sand Creek fire. So we have showers and thunderstorms. There will be gusty winds with these Thursday afternoon and evening, but a cooler pattern with off and on showers, some embedded thunderstorms on Friday into Saturday, and then back into a little quieter weather as we get into the end of the weekend. Where am I at? West Yellowstone. You have a chance for it again, off and on showers and thunderstorms moving through the region Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the weather pattern will settle down by the time we get into early next week. Livingston, a little better chance for some hit and miss thunderstorms lingering through a better part of the weekend into early next week, but the higher probability day will be Thursday, Friday into Saturday, and slightly lower probability following you into early next week. Helena, again, an increasing chance for showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon, evening into Friday and Saturday. Nice bit of a cool down. Boulder, same pattern. We'll see temperatures fall down in that low 70 range by Friday with your higher chance for precipitation. Same for Townsend. Good chance for showers and thunderstorms on Friday. Starts to build Thursday afternoon, and a little bit of hit and miss active weather on Saturday. Virginia City, your forecast will be in the upper 60s to mid 60s by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lows in the 40s and 50s. Ennis, again, good chance for showers and thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A little bit of an improved overall weather pattern as we look into the early part of next week. And finally, for Whitehall, your forecast is also looking to improve here slightly as we look into early next week. So I'm looking at my comments, and I got a few of you guys on here giving a comment. Again, that's the sun. You don't even need sunglasses to look at the sun right now. Okay, my nephew Derek down there in near Polaris says it's already moved across the byway over the top of Elkhorn. It's truly a miracle if the hot springs didn't get hit. Okay, there's no official word on how the hot springs has fared from that fire so far, but it did move again east of Maverick Mountain, passed over the byway, and then heading up Comet Mountain. That we can confirm here at the present time. So again, let me know where you're watching from. Give me a thumbs up. Again, I'm outside here and just looking at my laptop and the desk here. Very fine ash particles are drifting across my laptop and desktop here this evening. So it is 5:43 p.m. here on your Tuesday evening. Again, I'm meteorologist Mike Hurd with Hurd's First Forecast, doing the digital weather content here on Facebook and on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys commenting and getting into the forecast. And I greatly appreciate my nephew Derek down there in Dillon giving me some of the behind-the-scenes look at what's going on. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and recap. Tell me what you got here, Grant.
This is our 5,000-pound pneumatic electric forklift. It has lead-acid batteries that give you a full week's worth of work. Mm-hmm. It lifts up 16.5 feet. It lifts 5,000 pounds. It has side shift where the carriage moves back and forth, and fork positioner where the forks can move back and forth.
That's great. And you can tell people where they can come and get this.
Yeah. They can get this at VMAX USA at 4029 Wynn Avenue.
In Butte?
In Butte.
Okay, VMAX USA is a proud sponsor of Hurd's First Forecast, and the sun is moving. God, imagine that. Let me see if I can move the other way. Again, that's the sun sitting there up there behind me, and it's just a thick wall of unhealthy air quality right now and thick wildfire smoke blanketing much of southwest Montana, with a lot of this being from fires here in southwestern areas of Montana. So my nephew Derek says we're still up here at the moment. Again, they're trying to evacuate Derek's father-in-law's cabin up there in the evacuation area near Polaris. There was a new batch of evacuation notices that did go into effect. And I don't know if I have that graphic in here. I don't see it, but again, I did post that information on HERS First Forecast on the Facebook page and on my Instagram. There was a new batch of evacuation go orders in around the Polaris area and some subdivisions as the fire was encroaching on some of those areas. It appears it's drifting more towards the east. The fire is late this afternoon. And let me see if I can find my nephew's picture one more time. Right there. So you can see I have put Maverick Mountain down there in the lower left corner. Looks like the entire mountain didn't get hit, but certainly a large part of it did. And you got to feel for the Maverick Mountain folks. And of course, they also own Elkhorn Hot Springs. So again, that drifted across the byway, pushed up towards Comet Mountain. This is a photo that was taken around 3:30 this afternoon down there in the southern end of the Pioneer Mountains. Again, a red flag warning continues until 9 o'clock tonight because there is some local winds in that fire area that are up there around 20 to 30 miles per hour. And again, that's obviously going to continue to feed the flames and push that fire along because it's 0% contained the last I looked at there in the Sand Creek fire. Now they're giving some updates on Facebook. I did see a morning update there from the firefighting team up there. It was a beautiful commentary and in-depth details on what they're doing, how they're attacking it, and what their plans were for the day. But again, they have a big task ahead of them because this is a monster wildfire. It started out being the little guy because the Bobcat Lakes fire was the one that was getting all the attention, and now this one is just completely blown up, and it's getting really difficult to get a handle on this particular fire. A lot of aircraft in the area. They did close off boats to Clark Canyon Reservoir today because they wanted to get those dipping aircraft to get in there and pull water off the top of the lake and head back up to the fire. So there's a lot of firefighting activity going on in southwest Montana right now. And again, the weather should help the situation out. There's a good chance that we could be picking up some much needed rainfall with the higher probability day for widespread moisture on Friday across west southwestern corners of Montana. But eastern Montana, this area in yellow, by the time we get into Thursday and Friday, there could be some very heavy rainfall, over an inch, in fact, in some areas. So this is well timed to help out the fire situation. But I did get a text message saying there's a big cornhole tournament in Anaconda this weekend, and they really don't want it to be wet. But hey, we need the moisture, and let's hopefully we'll get it here Thursday and into Friday with diminishing moisture for the Anaconda area into Saturday, with Sunday being the drier weather day as we head into the weekend. Okay, guys, so just did an in-depth live report here from my backyard, and again, I'm monitoring comments. Let me find my camera. Monitoring comments here at the moment. See, watching from Bozeman. See, Debbie Mentzner. Good evening from Hall. Mary Jane Crane. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the weather and the fire reports. Thanks from Georgetown, from Doug. Mary Jo, Manhattan, and hoping Saturday is fair for the Potato Festival. Yeah, Mary Jo, I'm hoping to get in that parade. I'm still trying to figure out if I can manage it because there's also a subdivision garage sale. So I'm trying to sell a bunch of stuff to raise a little more funds for the computer kitty. I need to get more money to get the weather computer I'm hoping for. Mags Anderson says, thanks from Ennis. Nobody covers us. I'm covering you. You're darn right I'm covering you. I'm covering a lot of the smaller communities in southwest Montana, and that's one of the things the TV stations just don't have time for. I've got acres of time, and I have the will to do it and the pleasure to do it because a lot of my friends and family live in smaller communities in southwest Montana. I've always been a big supporter of the smaller communities here in southwest Montana. Let's see. Well, that looks like that's it for the comments. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, now's the time to pipe in. I still have about 60 of you here online, and I see an aircraft coming into land, and he's making some tight circles around the airport there. He's not getting that long approaches they like to see when they have good, clear visibility. So there might be a little instrument flight readings going on as aircraft are trying to land at Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport. Thanks for your hard work. Thank you, Walt. I appreciate that. At least the neighbors have quit mowing their lawn, so the audio is a little bit better out here right now. But again, I wanted to come outside, step outside, because when I let the dogs out and brought them back in, it's like, oh my gosh, look at that sun. I mean, you can actually look at the sun without burning your eyes right now, because the smoke is just that thick here in southwestern Montana. Okay, so I've rambled on enough. It's 5:51. Again, hopefully we have a change in our weather pattern coming up, but with change from high pressure to an upper level trough, there will be some wind, there will be some thunderstorms, there could be plenty of lightning, there could be some isolated dry thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, and even though we're expecting rainfall, new wildfire starts are possible, so fire crews are going to be on their toes again here in southwest Montana as we get into Wednesday afternoon and Thursday, and then hopefully we'll bring in some decent rainfall Thursday night and into Friday, and as those showers and thunderstorms start to taper off on Saturday. Cooler temperatures, higher humidity, lower fire danger, something we desperately need to catch a break, and hopefully by the time it's all said and done, better air quality by the time the end of the week and the weekend. That's not a guarantee, but hopefully some better air quality here in southwest Montana. Okay, everybody, I'm meteorologist Mike Hurd with Hurd's First Forecast. Thank you, everyone, for your support. It is humbling and heartwarming to have this much support from southwest Montana. I'm trying to do meet and greets and shake hands and do a little town hall, if you will, and I want to hear from you. And I'm hoping to get another meet and greet set up, maybe in Bozeman or Belgrade, and we'll try and get down to Dillon and maybe or towards the Ennis area as well in the days to come, maybe weeks to come. I have a lot of hopeful things coming down the line, and my attitude has gotten a lot better. The heartbreak is getting a little bit better. To be laid off in the fashion that I was extremely difficult, and I'm not only upset, but most of you are as well. So again, thank you for your support and everything you've done for me. And I hope to continue supporting you. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. From 6 to 7, we'll have another live show, and we'll have an update on fire conditions and weather conditions and the cooling trend. And we'll try and narrow down a better idea on how much moisture we'll get in each region here in southwest Montana. Okay, going offline. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning.